morning, everyone. I'm still wearing my chin reducer thing right here. I've worn it now for 32 minutes. I have like 20 something minutes left, and I did get on this treadmill. Okay, so I don't know, my treadmill, I've cleaned it so many times, but I don't know if you guys can see the dust. See the dust over there? Yeah. So I've used the duster, but it's as if the duster cannot fit, so I just take toilet paper and I take a skewer. And I just thought about this because I hate seeing dirt whenever I'm exercising. It messes with my mojo. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it got on. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, it's stuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to lift this up. God. Whew. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I have to lift this up like that. So you can lift it up and stand it. So now I can remove this from underneath it, and then just put it back. Oh my goodness, now it's stuck. See, this is how you keep it so that it doesn't get stuck. And then now I gotta pull this to release it, and I'll pull it that way. So you pull it up. See, sometimes I have issues, so just pull it like that and it will release. Oh my goodness, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Whew. Yay, I feel better now. It's clean. Okay, let us talk about what I want to talk about today. See, it's 5 o'clock. So I don't even know why I set an alarm. Why do I set an alarm? Anyway, so while I'm talking to you guys, I will be lifting my weights. I have my gloves. You know, as a parent, we have all sorts of children, right? And I have, I should say 2, but one especially, my last born especially, she's an overachiever. When you say overachiever, that was how I was also. I was an overachiever. This is 15 pounds. And as a child, I used to struggle with, you know, not getting everything right. I used to struggle with not being the best. I used to struggle with all that stuff. And this morning was quite interesting because my daughter, she takes AP. AP, I think, is like college stuff, but AP World History. And that class is a class that she's been struggling a little bit with. And when I say struggle, when people say struggle with overachieving children, I'm making sure I'm counting the reps while I'm talking to you guys. When people say struggle with overachieving children, there's really no struggle. It's like between, maybe your child is getting a 90 and your child is like, oh, they want to get a 95 or 100. That's it. So my daughter, she busted into my room. She knocked first, right? And then she busted into my room. She was like, mommy, that she passed her exam. I was so happy for her. So the issue is this: when you have a child that is overachieving, a child that is one of those children that good is not good enough, you as a parent, I'll say what I do. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a child psychologist, so please don't quote me, but this is what has worked for me with our sister. Our sister is a freshman in high school now, and it has worked for me to go with the flow. To be honest with you, go with the flow, because sometimes these children, they know that you are gonna say it's okay, don't worry, things are gonna be better, don't worry, you're doing good. They know, it's as if they know you're gonna say that. So I've learned my lesson. Whenever my child comes, mommy, I don't think I did good on this exam, mommy, this and that, and she starts stressing, when I know for sure she's gonna do well by God's grace, or when I want as a parent want to say, oh, don't worry, don't worry. I mean, I just go with the flow. I just say, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You know, and I just say, sometimes she'll say it's not okay. That's why sometimes as a parent, you are like, I don't know, this job of parenting is not easy. This job of parenting is not easy. It's not easy at all, at all. And people will think that when they get older, it will be easier. It is not that it's not easier. It's a different kind of difficulty when they get older, because when they get older, you are now dealing with bigger issues, more realistic issues. Whew. My right hand, this right shoulder, has always been one that hurts. I don't know why it hurts so much, but it's getting better. Before, I couldn't even lift it up. It's getting better. So you're dealing with different kind of situation. You're dealing with them saying, like my overachiever child will say something like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Oh, but I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. And you have to try and guide them without daunting their spirit. The struggle that parents have all the time. And I don't know, I'm thinking that when they get to college, you'll face a different kind of struggle. You'll face another realm of struggle. Because now with my daughter that is in college, she doesn't talk much. She has never really been a child that talks too much, like, oh, or complains about something too much. She has never been that child. But as I was saying, it's kind of interesting because you're like, are you okay? You want to ask questions like, is everything okay? Are you okay? But you don't want to step past your boundaries as a parent. You know, you still want them to make their own mistake. You still want them to take their wings and fly. You don't want to be that over stressful parent that is just constantly strict, constantly on them, because that will backfire. That will backfire. So there was something I was listening to today on TikTok. Maybe I can play it for you guys. Let me see. Let me see if I can play it for you guys. I actually saved the recording because I wanted to, because I was like, this really makes sense. This really makes sense. So I saved the recording. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. Let me see if I can play it for you, because it's just one of those things that I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one as a parent that has dealt with this. I doubt it. But just to reassure, keep on reassuring your child, everything will be okay, everything will be okay, you know, is one thing. Okay, no, this is not it. I'm trying to find the message that bear with me 1 second. Trying to find the message. I know I saved it somewhere. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay, is this guy, I don't know his name, and he was talking about the biggest mistakes that parents make. Maybe I've titled this video, the biggest mistake, the best. Okay,
stop making.
Okay.
Say the big mistake parents make, and if I could help parents stop making this mistake, they would be better off. They need to understand that their child is going to learn from the outside world, whether they guard them or not. The question is whether their child trusts them or not. So don't make the mistake of being so protective over your child and restrictive as a result that you lose trust between you and your kid. You want your kid to come to you no matter what. You don't want to make that kid believe that if they told you everything that they've, witnessed at school or experienced out in the world on their own, that they can't share it with you. Parents, you want your kids to be able to share with you pretty much anything. And if you're too restrictive, and if you're too, strict and restrictive, but if you're too strict, If you're too restrictive, what's going to happen is they won't tell you anything. And they won't think that you're the person that they need to go to when they have a problem. And that's the biggest mistake I see parents make. They're so strict and they're so restrictive, and they literally hover their child so badly that that child now does not ultimately have the trust that they need to have. Why? Because that child knows that that guy's going to overreact, that parent's going to overreact, that parent's going to judge. And you basically destroy the trust between you and your child. I would say the...
Okay, so yeah, that just, when I heard that, I was like, huh, that just really makes sense. That just really makes sense. So I'm like, I don't want to be that kind of parent that is overly strict, but I do want to know my child to know that there's boundaries, of course, but I want to give them chances to make their own mistakes and learn from their own mistakes. So I'm going to continue my workout. I just thought I'll share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoy your day and enjoy being a parent and raising your kids. Have a nice day, guys. I need a new one. Have a nice day. Take care, guys. Bye.